So, I was just going throughout my day. I have to leave the house in like 20 minutes. But I got a comment on my Toxic Doctor Strange one trick throws my match to polish his own ego. Now, I thought this wasn't gonna be a controversial video at all. Probably my least controversial video, other than my team calling me a very good Loki, which publishes, I think, tomorrow, as I'm recording this. This video already has 39 views one day. It's going at a good pace so far. But someone had to have a problem with it. Let's begin. The alt economy does not work how you think it does. And he links this right here. To summarize what I said right there, I said, I'm waiting for my team to create pressure. So the enemy alts first, in order for us to win the alt economy, in order to our support alts last longer. Because as you know, let's say right here, let's say their rocket alts first, then our rocket, then their cloak and dagger, then our cloak and dagger. Our cloak and dagger alt will still have maybe 2 or 3 seconds left on top of it, of us getting a support alt on top of us, compared to the enemy team not getting healed by a support alt. Meaning we have the advantage to the end of the fight. Which, let me repeat again, will give us the advantage because we are being healed by a support alt longer than the enemy. Meaning we're benefiting more. Now, there are other outside factors which can destroy support alts. But you can't heavily rely on that no matter what. You always have to rely on the support alt economy to win. While other factors can impact and win the game, you should not heavily rely on those things because they can easily be countered. Like Wanda ult. If she ults, everyone's going to attack her. Penny on the enemy team right now can web her, canceling her ult. Punisher can easily shoot her. Magneto can bubble. The cloak and dagger can fade. There are many counters to Wanda ult. So even if there are counters to destroy support ults, there are still a lot of counters to do that. So you can't heavily rely on outside factors. Most games are dictated by heavily looking at the support alt economy. So when the Doctor Strange went, let's go back there. So when the Doctor Strange goes in their backline, faces his shield away from the enemy team, and faces it towards his own team for some reason, is in the middle of the whole entire enemy team, while our team is still pushing forward, this should not warrant a support alt, even especially when we're already down one. We're down one character, they just died. If, let's say, I support alt here and go up this alley, not only do I need to avoid the penny nest, but also, I would also ruin the support alt economy, which not only would it end with them having 2 or 3 seconds more of an alt, but it would also end with already us one down a player. So that would be giving 2 benefits to the enemy team rather than us. And next team fight would begin with the enemy supports having more of a charge because they got off their alt cooldowns faster. And so it would be no use to alt right here, given a lot of factors like the penny nest still being up, limiting where our cloak and dagger and me can ult. That we're already down one player. That the Doctor Strange is gonna get burst down. He dies here, I believe. Yeah, he dies here. So with all of these factors in place, it is not a good idea to continue the fight with support ults, losing the support alt economy. And he tries to use that as a benefit to him. Clearly, you do not understand the concept of being able to kill through support ult. I think I have a pretty good idea what can and cannot kill through support alts. Just like how Namor won't always kill a Spider-Man even though he counters him. Something that can kill through a support alt won't always kill through a support alt. Wanda's alt does do infinite damage in her alt, but it's not a guarantee, like the giant list I put beforehand. A lot of things can counter her alt, especially the Penny who gets her webs, I think every 3 or 5 seconds. I would need to double check that, but I think it's every 3 to 5 seconds she gets her web right click. That cancels her. Oh, now you don't have a support alt counter. And they have a Magneto, which yes is a very good counter, but that's against us, and he has ult. And we have a cloak and dagger and a rocket. He charges it up, he can burst through both of us. Even with enough charge, even if both ults are going off at the same exact time, if he aims at us, he will burst us down with enough charge. I forgot what was banned in this game, but I believe Invisible Woman was banned along with Gambit. Yeah, right here. Both Gambit and Invisible Woman were banned. I actually really love these bans. But anyway, that heavily limited what we could have done. Now, I originally went Loki here. You know, there's a reason I was the 257th Loki in the entire world. One season, I was the 379th best Loki. The next, the 257th. And even though, and that is more actually of a deal, I mean, knowing how to support ult, because I have to anticipate more. Because Loki's ult isn't, okay, hit Q, then you ult. No, it's hit Q, you copy someone, wait a couple seconds, then you ult. So I definitely know how to support ult and when to do it, and when to sustain rather than ult. That's what I was doing. I was sustaining rather than ulting straight away. Strange wanted to play aggressive with his ult to force out one enemy support ult. And you have Wanda who can literally clean up the whole fight if Hulk bubbles her. Again with the what ifs. If you want to play what ifs, I'll play that game. What if the bubbles are on cooldown? What if the Penny webs her? What if the Cloak and Dagger fades? What if the rocket dashes away? What if the Bucky pulls her? What if she just misses? Like, you cannot be this stupid. And Doctor Strange playing aggressive to force a support ult, no. He was trying to 1v2 and ulting Punisher, getting pocketed by a Rocket Raccoon, getting out of his own support ult. And then guess what he does? He goes above, away from the support ult, and away from line of sight, and gets fucking melted. But you're trying to say I am wrong in this? Also, the Raccoon pops ult after both Strange and Magic are dead. How is that against me? That our Rocket ulted? When I said we shouldn't ult? You were just complaining that I didn't ult. Now you claim the Rocket pops ult after 2 people are dead. So I am right. There was too much pressure on us and not enough on the enemy team. You are on attack on first point in Djalia convoy map, and you do not understand that attacking supports ult first on this map. Again, what is with the grammar of these hate comments? They're all from kindergarten. Even after editing it, you're still horrible at grammar. Are you saying that you use your support ult to attack the objective? Or are you saying you should attack the supports to force an ult out of them? I'll cover both. If you attack with a support ult, then again, it goes through this. Let's say Cloak and Dagger ults first, ult on the whole objective. Let's ignore the Penny webs, actually. Let's ignore the Penny webs all on the map, all on the objective. Let's say Cloak and Dagger ult in. Okay, now their Cloak and Dagger copies and covers the whole objective. Okay, now our Rocket ults. Okay, now their Rocket ults. Not even talking about how they have way more damage output to shred the Rocket ult. Let's just say none of the ults get affected there. No damage on any of the amplifiers. The Magneto, he doesn't dunk on me. He doesn't dunk on the support ults. They still have a few seconds of a support ult or a damage boost and extra shields. Not even mentioning, they have a Namor, which can again dunk on a Cloak and Dagger. They have way more damage to counter our support ults, and giving him an extra second of increased damage or extra health will heavily benefit them and push us heavily back, which would result in around a minute and a half-ish of wasted time. Your entire opinion is beyond delusional about this fight. Okay, so let's say he does exactly what he wanted to during this match. This guy was a Cloak and Dagger. He took my place. He would ult in first, lose the support economy, probably get dunked on, ult when 2 people are down, rely on outside factors to win the support economy, and defend a Strange teleporting teammates off the map and going behind enemy lines, facing a shield away from the enemies, solo ulting a Namor in a Rocket ult, trying to 1v2 a Punisher ulting with a Rocket pocketing him, defending the Strange from going out of sight from not just the support ult beacon, but also both line of sights from both of his healers, but also is just completely stupid. Like, you don't know a thing about Rivals. Edit. Saw that his win rate, 39 wins in 45 matches. That's close to 90%, by the way. He almost rounded up to 5%. It's an 86%, which, by the way, you didn't see this. And again, you're speaking on lacking information. I looked at his profile. Not only is he a one-trick, which is bad, he's also very new to the game, which I pointed out several times, like his portal placements. Peak Diamond 1. If you're new to the game, your placement games won't put you in celestial lobbies. Chances are you'll be put in the lower medal ranks, which guess what, are super easy. I should know. I went from Bronze 3 to Grandmaster 3 with a 57% win rate when I was very new to the game, when I wasn't even trying. My first competitive hero shooter experience. And I'm supposed to believe that playing those easy matches and that having a high win rate makes me automatically the best at the game, makes me very good at the game. No. What makes you good at the game is experience. There's a reason I wasn't a top almost 250 Loki in the entire fucking world. That's why I am right now. Right now, I have an 80% win rate with Loki. Most of those wins have been MVPs and those losses SVPs. I played him at his weakest and was still top fucking 400. I don't think for 2 seasons in a row, a top 300 and a top 250 goddamn character in the entire game playing support is bad at playing support and doesn't know ult economy. If I didn't know ult economy, I wouldn't make it to Celestial fucking 1. Make that of what you will. Surely 0 brain cells got him to those wins. I know this will resonate with you since you're probably a DPS main. You probably think Rockets have 0 brain cells, but they're still still in fucking top 500. Surely the Zero Brain Cells got them there, right? I mean, you call Rocket brain dead. These DPS mains call Rocket brain dead, right? Man, all these brain dead Rockets are in top 500 lobbies, man. Surely they don't deserve that. Guess what? You can still win and be heavily carried. You can still win and suck. I have future videos at the time of recording this, so it would already be out by the time you see this, but I had a DPS with 2k damage in 2 rounds. 2 of them, actually, where a Rocket had more than a third of their total damage. But I'm supposed to believe this guy? Really? Even bad players can rank up. Well, 10 wins out of 19 games really makes you look better. Again, he vastly ignores it. What I said in the video, I said I was testing out characters in the very beginning of the season in competitive to test how I fare in my own rank with these characters. I even showed that I wasn't that good at Jeff in ranked, and that if you took out my Jeff games where I was testing him in competitive to see how I fared, and take out this game where he threw my match, I was 10 for 13, which is a 76.9% win rate. And guess what? This is not the only season where I've had that win rate before, but you won't know that because you, again, along with several hate commenters, speak on information you don't know a lot about. I bet you still think I'm in Diamond 3 because, as I said in multiple videos, I even played more than 50 games in several seasons. Diamond 2, actually. I bet you still think I'm in Diamond 2. This is being recorded on the 22nd. That's how you will date the video, but you won't know that because you're always speaking on lacking information. I know a lot about the game. I know a lot about how to play the game. Even in my video called My Team Praises My Loki, even calling me a goated Loki, I even point out all my mistakes on a dominating win. If I wanted to, I could become a coach. I'm not even bluffing on that. I have played this game for more than a year. I surely fucking hope I know what I'm doing. But this person who knows nothing about the game is yelling at me that I know nothing about the game. That the Doctor Strange portaling teammates off the map isn't actually throwing. That Doctor Strange saying 4 ults happened before a Cloak and Dagger ult happened, even though it was 2, that he's correct. That having bad placement on portals, he's actually correct. That trying to 1v2 an ulting Punisher with a Rocket pocketing him, that he's not wrong. That ulting into Penny Mines with a Magneto ult ready to go, 2 people down, that's when we need to ult. Like, how stupid are these hate commenters I'm getting? Like, seriously, what is up with these hate comments? They're beyond stupid, back of the barrel, dumpster fire, idiotic pieces of trash I've ever seen. But I'm supposed to believe that they know what's going on. Okay, this video is already getting pretty long. I think I've already taught enough in this lesson. Hopefully he learns, but if he doesn't, you know I'll be back. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.